for the second part of today's press conference. Devin, if we could jump in straight with you. Your third final in 3 years. What makes this one special? How are you looking at approaching this match?
Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to say thank you to everyone for being here and giving me this opportunity to speak. It's the third final in 3 years. I think it just comes down to the players, firstly, because we work hard to get into finals and hopefully we can win this final.
And then Henry, for you, a new arrival at Stellenbosch Football Club. How are you settling in and heading, 2 months into your time here, into your first final with the club? It must be quite an exciting experience for you as well.
Hello, everyone. Yes, to answer you, Liam, I'm looking very forward to this final. And for me, after 1 month and a half to be here in a final after 6 games, I'm very excited to play this final.
Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll take questions from the floor. Leander?
Does it get any easier playing at that final? In a space of short time, does it get any easier?
I don't think it gets easier. Just we have to prepare well, and even though you prepare well, you don't know what the opponents are going to bring to the table. So to answer your question, it doesn't get easier. It gets harder because we have to prepare ourselves and we have to prepare for what the opponents are going to bring at the end of the day.
Rob?
Devin, maybe to write on that. Obviously last year maybe a little easier to prepare, having the Pirates being a little more familiar, team didn't change as much. This year, new coach, lots of new signings. Does that mean more homework before the game?
I think there's a lot of players that we know, we've played against them a couple of times, but collectively it's very hard to know what they're going to bring to the table because players change and teams can change, and we don't know who's going to be the starting lineup. So to answer your question it wasn't easy last year and it's not going to be easier this year.
David, how frustrating it is for you as a player, knowing that you've been targeted. Look at the Marumoka landscape where you're being kicked and being fouled and checking now in the Stellenbosch team, you're the most tackled player. So how frustrating it is and how do you prepare yourself going to the games?
I don't think it's frustrating. Obviously it's not nice being kicked, but I use that as motivation, because that means that they're targeting me so then other players can be free, maybe they send 2 players on me, then someone else can be free inside the box or wherever. But it's normal for me to be kicked a lot because I've been kick targeted all my life, so yeah.
Devin, we know it's been a slow start this season, but say expectations were higher going into the season after having such a good season last campaign.
Yeah, the expectations were higher, but I think we in that phase of rebuilding again, like we've done every season. I think last season also we haven't had such a good start to the season, but we got into a final and the season the same. So maybe hopefully this time we can win the final.
Sure.
Neil, just for you, heading into this new season, was there sort of a conversation or quiet moment that you had with yourself and say, set out your targets and goals? And looking at your journey at Stellenbosch so far, has it become either frustrated? Have you become frustrated or either motivated looking into the future? Because sort of anything can happen. Obviously, the past few seasons you've been linked to the movie. And Coach Steve has often spoken about your desire to continue. And then at the same time, your name has also been between the Bafana squad announcements. But just for yourself, in terms of that season now that we're currently in, what is sort of your mindset so far?
I'm always motivated, to help the team succeed, win trophies, and then I always put the team first, and my desire is obviously to go overseas, but for now I'm staying at Stellenbosch and I need to help them win trophies,
Just a reminder that this is for the MTN8 final. Lisa?
Henry, you've mentioned you've just been here for months playing in your first final. How would you say you're experiencing the South African brand of football?
The league is very, very tough. I didn't expect it, especially when you play not only the the three big teams, sorry, but also other teams. There is more speed, and in some leagues in Europe, you don't have it. So I don't know if you watched the first game that I played against
Casey.
Magesi. Yeah, for me, it was very difficult the first 20 minutes because the intensity is different. So yeah, that's what I can say about the league in general. Yeah. Mhm.
Henry, what were the deciding factors for you to join Stellenbosch?
First of all, the project, when I spoke with Brendan, the head of recruitment, the way he explained how that Stellenbosch worked in South Africa, it was something for me. I needed something, a project a team can trust me, not only for my abilities, but also what I can provide to the other players. And that's what I see a lot in this team. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Similar question to that, but I guess going into Saturday games, and obviously you study papers, how do you think coming up along the Pirates, where do you think you guys can get that band?
Pirates, is a good team. They have very good players. But me, I'm more a type of guy who I focus more on the team. And we have a lot of qualities. And I try, like a center back, I try to recognize like the players in front of me, like Omega, who just left. He's more a type of player that he wants to go forward. And the last few games that he played with me he was not going forward. So if we can have like Omega more offensively, we can hurt them also. And I don't know if I answer your question. Yeah, good. Okay.
Evgeny?
Evgeny from DC Voice. Devin, maybe more for you, just in terms of the choice of venue. You know, we used to go to Devin. Taking into consideration what happened there last year, is it just the choice of venue that's away from the sort of make any difference in terms of how you approach the game, play the game?
I don't think the venue plays much of a role. You know, it's whether we play in Cape Town or Joburg or Limpopo, Pirates are always going to come with their fans, you know, whether it's Pirates, Chiefs or Sundowns. We know we're going to be outnumbered in that regard. So venue doesn't make much of a difference, but obviously Durban was our home away from home, and Mbombela, maybe we can make it our home away from home and take the cup.
I'll take the last round of questions. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.